I mean, this is a question of who defines national security. What is national security? When we used to talk about national security, we thought about public safety, but now national security really means the security of the system itself, the institution of government. And I think he's made it his stated goal to change the way that system works. I think we have seen tremendous harm done to civil liberties in the United States, increasingly since September 11th, and I haven't seen any reduction in the rate of that.
We have several important jobs vacant in this country, including Director of National Security, National Security Advisor. Is that a threat to our security?
I think it really says something about where we are, what this point in our history looks like. When we find that there are not enough people in the country that are willing to serve in the White House and qualified to serve in the White House, who all sides of the government feel comfortable working with and back, we are in a time that is increasingly fractured. And I think that's a product of the fact that, look, if you look around at the world right now, when you look at news, when you look at news coverage, when you look at every controversy that we see, something has changed. And that is that it has become increasingly popular for your feelings to matter more than the facts. And I think that's toxic to a democracy, because if there's one thing that we have to be able to have this discussion, to be able to learn to live with people that we disagree with, we can't have a conversation about what we should do. We can't have a conversation about where we are going if we can't agree on where we are, if we can't agree on what is happening. Facts have to matter more than feelings.
You've said your greatest fear over what you did was that things would not change. Have things changed? Would you do it again today knowing what you know now?
This is a significant portion of the final chapter of my book. Things have changed, and I would do it again. If I changed anything, I would hope that I could have come forward sooner. It took me so long just to understand what was happening, and it took so long to realize that nobody else was going to fix this. Believe me when I say, I did not want to light a match and burn my life to the ground. No one does. Nobody really wants to be a whistleblower. But the results of that have been staggering. I thought this was going to be a two-day story. I thought everybody was going to forget about this a week after the Journal first stories in 2013. But here we are in 2019, and we're still talking about it. In fact, security, surveillance, the internet, manipulation and influence that's provided or produced rather by corporate or governmental control of this permanent record of all of our private lives that's being created every day by the devices that we have. Before 2013, if you said there's a system that's watching everything you do, the government is collecting records of every phone call in the United States, even for those people who are not suspected of any crime, it was a conspiracy. Yes, there were some people who believed it was happening. Yes, there were academics who could say this was technically possible. Yes, there were technologists who went, this is something that could be done. But what we didn't have is the world of 2013, some suspected that this was happening. The world after 2013, we know that it's happening. And this is the critical importance of journalism, particularly in this moment that we have today. The distance between speculation and fact is everything in a democracy, because that's what lets us, as we did post-2013, change our laws. The very first program that was revealed in newspapers has since been terminated. Barack Obama, who criticized me so strongly in June of 2013, by January of 2014 was proposing that this program be ended. Eventually it was under the USA Freedom Act. NSA argued that mass surveillance was legal, bulk collection as they call it. They said 15 different judges authorized this. What they didn't tell us was that those 15 judges all belonged to the rubber stamp FISA court, that over 33 years had been asked 33,900 times by the government to approve surveillance requests and only said no in 33 years 11 times. This was a court that was never designed to interpret the Constitution. Right? It was never designed to create novel powers for the intelligence community. It was just designed to stand basic routine warrants.